What's up, guys? Mickle here, and it looks like we are actually seeing some very good things in the cryptocurrency market. Guys, in this video, I want to break down some very exciting price action that we are getting right now, and I want to show you what levels XRP and Bitcoin need to get to in order for this rally to be sustainable. Guys, I also want to talk about some drama with Flair. Guys, there is some massive things being talked about right now in regards to the initial airdrop. Guys, I want to talk about why XRP holders might not be getting the rest of their Flair tokens. I want to let you guys know what I think of the new proposal. I want to talk about the benefits of it, what's bad with it, and guys, there are some things you are definitely going to want to see. Guys, last of all, towards the end of this video, I want to show you something brand new coming out of the SEC. Guys, former people working at the SEC are not happy with what the SEC has been up to. I want to show you what they're saying about the SEC's most recent actions. And guys, at the very end, we're going to go over one last black swan that could be waiting for us. Guys, make sure to stick around for that. This one's scary, and it's been being forecasted for a very long time. Like always, guys, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things are going to go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange, Uphold, down in the link in the description of this video. Guys, Uphold has been blowing it out of the water recently. They have been adding so many new products such as an XRP debit card and staking for various different tokens. So guys, make sure to sign up with Uphold using the link in the description of this video. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Guys, let's start this video off and go over some price action, because finally we are getting some green in the market. Feels like forever since we have seen this, and it's just really nice to see. When we see constant red days over and over again, guys, I know it gets depressing, but eventually it's gonna end. Eventually we're gonna start a new uptrend, and I really do hope this is the start of it. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at in order for me to see confirmation that this is an uptrend and not just a bear market rally. Because guys, there has been many times in the past where we thought XRP was going to start rallying again, turn around, and we only just kept going down. Well guys, as we can see by this chart, we have been under this massive resistance for almost 2 years now, and this is really what's been keeping us down. Every single time XRP comes up and touches this line, it looks like it's about to break out above it and then gets rejected down below it. Almost every single time it gets rejected by this line, it goes on a pretty steep fall and sets new lows. Well guys, we are touching this line again right now, and in order for XRP to really gain some momentum, I think it needs to break above this line. It has failed to break above this line every single time, and it just needs to do it in order for it to get some new momentum. So a lot of people are going to comment on this video and say that line doesn't matter, who cares about that line? Guys, the only thing this line really does indicate is the rate at which the highs XRP is making is decreasing. This is important to note because if XRP is to break this trend of decreasing highs at the rate of this slope right here, that's going to get some positive momentum because XRP is essentially going to be decreasing the rate at which it's falling. If XRP is able to do a full turnaround and actually break this high up here around 50 cents, well guys, that will be a complete shift in the momentum of XRP, and it's just important to watch these things because in the macro scale of things, it's just the sellers running out of momentum and the buyers taking over. This is really what we need to see because guys, until we stop putting in this trend right here, we're going to be in the trend, and that is a bad trend for XRP's price. So let's hope we start this thing out by really breaking above this trend line, and then for things to really start looking good, let's hope we can break this prior high around 60 cents because guys, if we can get above that, that would be a complete flip in the trend and things would be looking really good. So guys, now I want to quickly go over the Bitcoin price chart because Bitcoin really does dominate the market, and we were at a similar point with Bitcoin. So guys, as we can see, the way Bitcoin has been falling is it's fallen off a cliff, made a little rebound, but was never able to take out the highs of the previous rebound, and then falls again. Tries to make a rebound, never actually makes it up here, falls again. Tries to make a rebound, tries to make it up here, never does, falls again. And it's just been doing this over and over again. Well guys, we're finally at the point on this chart where Bitcoin fell, it's trying to make a rebound, and it looks like it could potentially be making this rebound. Guys, it would be very bullish if Bitcoin could actually make a base above $20,000 and specifically above $24,000, because this would show that the trend of Bitcoin falling and creating new lows would be over. Like I said with the XRP price chart, there's only so much you can look into technical analysis, but just think of it on the macro level. For the last couple months, we have seen sellers taking over the market, and Bitcoin was not able to reverse its trend. If we have more buyers coming into the market than sellers, Bitcoin's going to reverse its trend, and it looks like that might be happening. Just take a look at what's happening on the volume down here. We see all green bars. So guys, let's hope we see a couple more big ones in here. Bitcoin is able to really create a base above this $20,000 range, and we can really put in a convincing reversal to the pattern we have been seeing of constant new lows. If that happens, there is no doubt in my mind that XRP will be able to break out of this descending resistance and hopefully make a pretty big push upwards, because we have seen typically in the past when XRP breaks out of something like this, it tends to be pretty volatile. And guys, I'm just happy it looks like the volatility is going to be to the upside and not the downside this time. So guys, let's move on and quickly talk about Flair, because Flair is implementing a new proposal for how they're going to distribute the rest of the tokens. If you guys don't know about this, I'm just going to explain it really simply for you guys. Essentially, Flair initially promised that everyone who got the airdrop would get 15% initially, and then they would give you the rest of the 85% over the next 36 months. Well, guys, it looks like Flair is trying to cancel that, and it's being voted on, so it's not like they're actually canceling it. But essentially, that's what they want to do. They want to make it so the rest of the 85% of everyone's Flair who is part of the airdrop actually goes into a pool, and everyone who starts delegating tokens from this point on will actually get the rewards from that pool. So it's essentially taking the airdrops of everyone who qualified for it, putting it in a massive pool, and giving it back to everyone who is delegating their tokens. Now guys, I got the airdrop, and I'm losing out from this proposal. I am not totally against this proposal. I do think it makes sense. A lot of XRP holders just want to dump their Flair and they don't want to delegate. Essentially, Flair is trying to prevent this by saying, okay, well, if you're just going to dump your tokens, you're not going to get them, and instead, we're just going to give the tokens back to the people who are delegating. So in my opinion, I'm not really losing out that badly. I was never going to dump my Flair tokens anyway, and now instead of them being dropped to me over the next 36 months, I'm just going to get more rewards for my delegation. So I'm not completely upset about this. The only thing I think is a little annoying is the fact that I went through the effort to qualify for this airdrop originally, and now I'm not getting any benefit over the people who didn't qualify for the original airdrop. So my proposition to this, and I tweeted this out to Hugo Philion, it doesn't look like I got an answer. I just said original airdrop participants should get an NFT that gives them boosted rewards for a certain amount of time. That way no one really feels gypped out of this. Everyone should understand that it makes sense why Flair would want to give these tokens to people who are actually going to be contributing to the network. But I don't think it's fair that the original people who qualified for the airdrops aren't really getting anything special out of this other than the original 15%. I really do think Flair should do a little more to try to reward the people who did qualify for the early airdrop, and right now we're just not getting that. Now, I don't think this is some devastating result. I really do think it's up to Flair. It certainly doesn't make me lose any faith in Flair in the long term. It's just something where I think it could be done a little better than the way it's being done right now. Currently, every single person who starts delegating to the Flair time series oracles is going to be able to essentially steal the airdrops of the people who actually qualified for it. I just think the people who qualified for those airdrops should have some boosted rewards, because at the end of the day, we were promised those tokens. We were told we were going to get our other 85%. So if they're not actually going to be given to us, well, I would at least like to get boosted rewards because I went through the effort to qualify. Anyway, though, guys, who knows if that's going to happen? Who knows if this new proposal is even going to be voted in? I have a feeling it will be, and I'm just willing to accept what happens. I'm not too caught up in it. I'm going to be accumulating Flair either way. I'm going to be delegating my tokens. So if I just get more rewards instead of more airdrops, you know what? I guess that's the way it's going to be. There's no point in me making a fuss over it. So guys, I want to move on and talk about something new, and that is the fact that the SEC's own past officials seem to be coming out and calling out the SEC's sketchy behavior. Take a listen to this, because this was recently tweeted out by Jeremy Hogan. He said, former SEC enforcement chief is puzzled as to why the SEC knew about Gemini lending program, but allowed it to continue for at least a year before telling it to stop. I wonder what she'd say about the 5 to 6 years the SEC allowed Ripple to sell XRP. Guys, what Jeremy Hogan is pointing out here is once again, we have the SEC coming and dropping a case after retail investors were already hurt. It just shows that the SEC is so far away from their mission to protect retail investors that they're not even trying to make it look like they are anymore. Guys, I think Jeremy Hogan's pointing out the fact that we now have SEC officials or former SEC officials literally coming out and admitting the fact that the SEC is not following their mandate. So guys, I just think this is really important to pay attention to, because a lot of people have come out and called us conspiracy theorists. A lot of people have come out and said XRP is not being attacked is because of Ripple. Guys, I think this just shows you that the SEC itself knows they are so far away from their mandate. I don't know who's leading that organization behind the scenes, but guys, they are losing all their trust in the market. And right now, it looks like more than ever, Ripple is looking to save the day for all of crypto. And guys, I really do pray that Ripple wins this case so big that the SEC can't touch crypto going forward. Unfortunately, I'm still under the impression that it will settle, and the SEC is going to be going after a lot more projects in the future. But guys, let's see what happens. It's definitely nice to know that even the SEC, though, understands they are being completely out of line with these cases. And guys, I want to finish this video off and share with you potentially one last black swan. Now, guys, no one knows if this is going to happen, but when you hear things like this and the way it's described, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. So just listen up to this before I let you guys go. And guys, let's just cross our fingers that this doesn't happen.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
So real pleasant, right, guys? Well, let's hope that doesn't actually happen. These people have a history of forecasting events like this, so let's hope they're wrong. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.